ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's time once again. It's time for that podcast heard, well, around a few places, by tens of listeners. It's time for the Department of Understanding Humans, the podcast. That's right, the podcast, featuring your ringmasters for the day, that stupendous giggle-snorting gal, Friday herself, Rachel Wynn. And now, her co-host actually has a name, that cranky clown you love to adore, Chris Meyer. And on with the show!
D.U.H, Department of Understanding Humans, yeah!
And we're recording.
Hey!
I'm checking in. Hey!
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. We're trying, what is this now? Zencaster?
This is Zencaster, yeah.
Zencaster.
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 Caster.
Yes.
I love how they misspell things for advertising purposes. Zencastr.
Zencaster.
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 Where are you from? Zencaster, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, a little bit.
I work at Dunder Mifflin. My name, Dwight K. Schrute. Assistant to the assistant to the regional manager of Dunder Mifflin. Scranton branch.
Scranton. Zencaster.
Zencaster, Pennsylvania.
So now that we've spent the first, minute talking about the platform that we're recording on for the last podcast of 2019, let's wrap up 2019.
Let's wrap up 2019.
Good Lord, the stuff that has happened since our last conversation just before Thanksgiving. How was your holiday? Your holidays is plural.
Calm. We had to have, it saw the folks, and boy. They're fine, but they don't seem to understand that they're 74 and 72 respectively.
Oh.
When they talk about the old people that are in their way, these old 70-year-olds, and I have to look and I go, you guys do realize you're that age, right? This is you.
You're them, right?
You're them, right? You do realize. So they go on and on and on about things, and I just kind of have to go, yeah, you're there. Ooh. Little bubble.
Oh, you can hear that? Golly, yeah. That was my phone. That was an alarm telling me I had to put in my timesheet.
Oh,
I guess I better mute my phone. Jeez.
Maybe.
Yeah, timesheets. I have to work. I don't have a cool boss like you do.
I don't know. He's pretty much a dick. Guy had me working up until Christmas. I mean, what kind of a jerk is he? But anyway, regardless, 2019 brought us a lot of things. We have a new number one giant in the box office, which of course was Avengers Endgame.
Yes, this is true.
We got to see the culmination of Stan Lee's work.
Yes, we did.
Brought to us. We also are seeing the last Star Wars movie. There are going to be no more.
Yes.
After
really?
This one.
None? They're not doing any more spin-offs or anything?
Well, they're going to do some spin-offs, I think, but
as far as the Star Wars saga,
I think they'll be picked up. For instance, Jon Favreau is doing The Mandalorian.
Let me tell you something. Have you seen it?
Oh, I've seen parts of it. It looks so good.
Oh my God. Okay.
By the way, Kylo Ren, you're no longer Star Wars. Baby Yoda, Star Wars.
Baby Yoda is Star Wars, and he wants chicken nuggies. That's all.
He wants chalky milk and chicky nuggies and a helmet like Mando's.
So I was like, I'm not a big bandwagon person, right? I don't do stuff just because the populace is doing it.
Right.
So I was like, oh man, I really don't want to get Disney. And then we were like, okay, but this stuff's on Disney and we love that stuff. Okay, but this stuff is on Disney and we love that stuff. Okay, but this, and then somebody was like, okay, you've got to check out The Mandalorian. And I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know. And then I saw one episode and I was like, sold. We're getting it.
You saw. I saw like part of it. I saw part of it where he gets, and let's take a moment here. It's not Yoda. Everybody's going, oh, it's Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
not Yoda. It's his species.
It's his species that is apparently incredibly strong with the Force.
And he's a baby, but he's 50 years old. And in their species, that's young.
That's young.
So,
well, I mean, Yoda was something like 1,000 years old.
He was 900 years old when he died in Return of the Jedi. 900 years I have been doing this.
Last night we finally saw the Last Jedi from Star Wars. The next to last Star Wars movie on cable last night.
You hadn't seen it by then?
I had never seen it.
Oh.
And I love the part. First off, what the hell is Luke Skywalker? He got really cynical.
Oh, he's just okay. So, from what I understand, because of the way things went with Kylo Ren, it put him in like this dark place. It just made him this old crotchety man.
Oh yeah, he's old crotchety. He's more crotchety than
jackass. Yoda. Angry. Help you? I will. Yes. Now, shut up, old man. Just like. But my brother saw Rise of Skywalker and said it was good.
Okay.
But I won't go see it in the theater. I'm going to wait for it to come out.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for it to come out.
I'm not going to movie theaters anymore. So that's my thing. But yeah, Mandalorian, if you don't have Disney yet and you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. We were going to wait until all of the episodes were done and then just binge it. But honestly, this is like every week we're like, no, we're watching it.
Mando.
And it gets better every single epised.
Mando. Well, I'm just happy Oberon Martell learned how to put a helmet on. Okay? And if you understand that joke, you're one of us. If you understand that joke, if you just understood the reference I did, then you are one of us. Congratulations. You'll get your decoder ring in the mail, and the first message will be, make sure you listen to the podcast. That's right.
And eat your Ovaltine. Or drink your Ovaltine.
Drink your Ovaltine. Son of a bitch.
A freaking commercial?
Son of a bitch.
So, yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. You need to watch it. It's really good. And there's a couple moments where you sit there and, I mean, Jon Favreau has done a really good job keeping the canon running and using what's been made canon, because they've made the cartoons canon. They've made Rebels and Clone Wars, the animated series. Those are now considered canon.
Nice. Good.
And I'm like, oh. And so there's stuff in there that diehard fans apparently are loving. And I'm kind of going, what? That's cool. Really? My favorite part, of course, is when the little baby eats a frog and burps. Because fart noises are funny for me. I'm like 8 years old.
Speaking of some Star Wars, we did lose some Star Wars people this year.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Peter Mayhew.
Yeah.
Kenny Baker.
Yeah.
They will be missed. Chewie and R2. And you're kind of wondering. Yeah, what's that?
They're up there with Leia. And Stan Lee. It'd be a good time to die and go hang out.
We also lost Carol Spinney. Pardon me. If you don't know who Carol Spinney is, turn on Sesame Street, and he was Big Bird.
Oh, right.
He was Big Bird. He was Oscar the Grouch.
So if he was Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch, how did he do both in one scene?
That's a good question. I think maybe he was doing the voice for Big Bird, and there was somebody else in the suit.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. We also lost comedian John Witherspoon. John Witherspoon was one of my favorite comedians.
Who's John Witherspoon?
If you don't know who John Witherspoon was, he was Pops. Pops from Friday. He was Granddad from the Boondocks.
You got to coordinate.
You gotta coordinate. Mushroom gut, mushroom bill, mushroom shirt and a mushroom lining. But you have to remember Friday where he's looking at his son going, Craig, how come every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen? Every time. Licking his fingers, you know. Eating up all the pig's feet, all the hog's mouse. I like pig's feet. I like hog's mouse. One of my favorite stand-up routines he did. This was like the height of the O.J. Simpson trial.
Oh, God.
And they found O.J. innocent, and he went off on an absolute tangent about how much he hates O.J. Simpson.
Of course he does.
He go, oh, yeah, I'm a black person trying to claim O.J. I got news for you. O.J. was white. He turned his back on us when he married a white woman, lived in Bel Air. Fuck O.J. And he was just on this rant. He was like, I don't drink orange juice no more because of the motherfucker.
God.
So, you know, there's somebody that will be greatly missed of humor. And apparently he was just an absolute nice guy, too. Like, nobody ever had anything bad to say about him on set or what have you. One of those other nice guys we lost was Tim Conway.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care who you are. Where he would crack people up on set, especially with talking about the elephants, the conjoined elephants, or the dentist that numbed himself with Harvey.
Oh, God. He would get Harvey completely laughing and make him break character. It was great. It was so great.
So, and of course, we also lost Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, poor Grumpy Cat.
Poor Grumpy Cat.
The internet will never be the same without Grumpy Cat.
Never. What will we do now for things like that, you know?
Well, now there's that white cat.
White cat?
Yeah, he's kind of the new Grumpy Cat-ish.
Yeah, that's fine. He doesn't count.
Look, even the Epstein memes are starting to fade. But somebody did an Epstein Baby Yoda meme.
Yes.
And I just lost it. I was like, that is awesome. So, you know, Baby Yoda's kind of taken the airwaves for a little while. Even though he's not actually Baby Yoda. I wish we could come up with some kind of name for him.
We will never know, but we will see. We will see.
This is the way.
This is the way. It's also just a head shaking moment with we'll get on it and then we'll get off it real fast here with politics.
Oh God! All right, let's go. You ready? Soapbox.
We'll just get off it real fast here because I think what has happened is just an absolute. Here's what I'm more mad about. I'm not mad about the impeachment process. Okay. I'm more mad at politicians who, for the past 3 years,
have been looking for something.
And also, when it came to vote, when they voted on important things, 90% of these bastards voted absent or didn't show up. Like, for instance,
why wouldn't they
the health reform for responders to 9/11. Okay, they didn't show up. These are senators and these are congressmen that didn't show up to do that bill. They didn't show up to even sit when the protest when Jon Stewart showed up. They didn't show up.
Did you see that video? Did you see the video of him completely tearing them apart? Like, how dare you?
That was one of the best moments, I think. And I'm not a big Jon Stewart fan, but I applaud him. I applaud him for standing up for those people. But what ticks me off and it just sends me over the moon is that they came en masse to vote to we got to do something. Now, none of the proceedings showed that he's guilty.
No, and there's really no criminal charges. There's nothing that they could have everything that they've charged him with there's nothing there. And there have been I've seen some of the video of the proceedings and people are livid. Like, they're sitting up in the middle of these meetings going, why are you wasting our time with this? There's nothing here. There is absolutely nothing here. And then there are people, I swear, this is the thing that bothers me about this entire situation. Regardless of what the politics are doing, regardless of what the people on the Hill are saying and doing and why and what their motives and what their ulterior motives are. And so there's things that are happening that blow my mind. Why do the American people believe it? I mean, look, I get it. Whatever's going on with the politics, and they've got their own agenda, and George Soros is funding half of the United States politician system in the whole Democratic Party. I get it. Whatever. But the fact remains, people are watching this shit on TV, and they're believing it. That's what makes me more upset than anything else. It doesn't matter if they actually have something or don't have something. It's whatever they're saying on TV is what people are buying. Smart, intelligent people are arguing over something that they're not their first person over. And I'm going, you're dividing families over this shit? Really? Are you serious? Like, that's what's getting me mad about this entire thing. We really don't know what's going on Capitol Hill. We only know what they're feeding the press and what the press is feeding us. And there's no reliable media outlet out there. Even YouTube is starting to have problems. I was watching, the guy who does Louder with Crowder. I was watching his stuff. They're starting to censor YouTube. So even people actually going out and finding out information themselves and reporting it first person, and it's more of a quote-unquote reliable source, even that's getting censored by Democrats and liberals. And I was like, that's a conspiracy theory. No. It is. People are getting removed because, especially conservative videos and information is getting pulled off of the airwaves. And that's what's pissing me off. Not only just because we're paying the politicians to do their jobs and they're not showing up. Come on, people. There's more important things to be dealing with, but you would rather sit there and you want to line the pork bellies on stuff and then not show up for a 9/11 thing when people need your vote, but you'll show up for bullshit like this? I mean, come on. The Blaze did an entire montage about how many times the Democrats stood up in the middle of the room saying how solemn of a vote it was. This is a solemn time. It's a solemn vote. It's with solemn sobriety that I vote for.
But they rushed to go vote.
They rushed to go. God. I really hope
200 and so many of them that, like I said, 90% voted absent for 3 years or didn't vote at all to go against something. They rushed to vote for this.
That's bullshit.
That's what just absolutely pisses me off. I'm not just talking about that side. I'm talking about politics in general.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not even talking about just the Trump stuff. I mean, the presidential, first of all, we're going into an election year. Of course they're going to be pulling stuff out of their sleeves, trying to do whatever. But in general, they're not doing their jobs in general. And that bothers me.
Well, what's even worse now with this, and it's worse for them because, Pelosi rolled the dice with this whole thing.
She needs to be removed. She
really rolled the dice and was like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. And now, even CNN reported, they're like, the president's approval rating is up.
It's right up. It's gone way up.
It's up. It's gone way, way up. And, it's ridiculous on how fast it rose because of this. And you almost want to go, do you know what you did? You're going to get this guy reelected. No matter what you do, you're going to get him reelected. Congratulations. You've lost.
Yeah, and impeachment, for those of you who don't understand this, it's just a political thing. It's not, it has absolutely nothing to do, it doesn't do anything. It's just a political move. I mean, look at Clinton.
It can get somebody removed. It should. What the impeachment should do is get an official that is elected, for instance, your president, removed for no confidence, what have you. Okay. For instance, Richard Nixon got impeached, and he got pardoned.
Quit. Yeah, and he quit.
But he left. He went in disgrace because he said, I have brought shame to the presidency.
And that's the way it should go. So when Bill Clinton got a blowjob in the White House and they got impeached for that, he probably should have stepped down at that point too, but then again, it's the Clintons, so they're running the country, or they're trying to. Hey, George Soros, find another country to turn into a socialist, dictatorship, asshole. It so worked for Venezuela. Let's go with socialism. That's what I don't understand. I mean, there are these people out there that I honestly feel like the country should move to socialism and turn into the next, Venezuela. And I'm kind of going, have you guys not been watching the news? Like, have you not seen? Venezuela was a rich, prosperous country until a dictator took it over and ran it into the ground with socialism. What works there? Like, really? Do the math. It didn't work for Venezuela. It didn't work for Russia. It's not working for China. I mean,
God bless those people in Hong Kong.
Golly.
God bless those people in Hong Kong.
So much going on all over the world, too. So much shit going on. So many shootings. Anyway, I'm glad 2019's ending. I'm ready for it
just to go away, honestly.
Not even just the end of the year and the beginning of a new year, but we're starting a new decade. 2020 is the beginning of a new...
The Roaring 20s. They are happening.
How about that? We get to be in the Roaring 20s. What is that?
I welcome the Roaring 20s.
I do too. I think it's going to be a great year for all of us.
I hope we bring back gangsters and prohibition.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And, some sort of... Yeah, we'll have marijuana gangsters now. And
marijuana prohibition. People have underground speakeasies. It won't be speakeasies, it'll be smokeasies. It won't even be smokeasies, it'll just be
Yeah. Well, we already kind of have it right now. I mean, I kid. I hope men's fashion changes and, today's youthful men stop dressing like boys and they actually dress like men.
You mean men's fashion comes back?
Yes, it comes back. Makes it.
Men's fashion comes back, not emo wear.
Not the hipster douchebag wear that is going on right now, where you think you're, listen, I got news for you. Stop going to look like you're going to the Mumford & Sons concert, okay?
Stop being great. So hip, fucking benign. Stop
That's great. You're super cool that you have a man bun. Okay? Feudal Japan is over. Cut your goddamn hair.
Hey.
Don't shave it. All right? Don't shave your head on the sides where you have skin and then long hair that you can slick back, because that's a stupid look. It looks like you went to the blind kid at the barber college and felt sorry for him. Stop doing that. Get a real goddamn haircut.
God. Fuck.
Idiots. Funny. Anyway, I weep for the youth of today. I must sound like crotchety old man. I weep.
Get off my lawn.
I wept for the teen decades from 2010 until now. And I look forward to us being in the 20s.
I do too. I'm curious to see how this next generation is going to be handling things.
I do think, we kind of joked about marijuana. I think that will be legalized here nationwide after 2020.
I think so too, because they're finding a lot of different benefits to it, and there's science backing stuff up, and
right.
So, but I also think that somebody's going to realize, I think Massachusetts, I believe, I might be wrong, but I can check, has legalized and are taxing the hell out of it. So they're making some good money off of it.
Right. Colorado, they're going to follow the Colorado method of taxation.
Yeah. So, if the government would kind of pay attention to that and take away the federal criminalization of it and just let it go and let the states do whatever the hell they're going to do, I think everybody would benefit really well from
I think so too.
that. The only thing is there are some people that are actually still concerned that as an inhalant, it is still a carcinogen.
Right.
So there's that. And I don't know that they've actually proven or disproven that as of yet. But you are taking in a smoke into your lungs, which your lungs are not meant to inhale. So it does kind of pose a problem there. But I think the benefits outweigh the negatives, I think. But I don't know firsthand. I don't know personally. I have been using CBD oil, but not as much as I used to be, because after a while I'm just kind of like, oh, this really isn't doing much for me. But that's because I'm in low doses. And there's my dog barking her head off.
There's the doggy.
Which is good, because we're kind of at time. So
there you go.
This intermission has been brought to you by Maggie. She's barking. So
we're at time.
Yeah, we're at 25 minutes. We can keep going if we have more to talk about. Do you have more to talk about? You want to talk more?
I don't know. We get talk some minor. We'll talk some sports. LSU beat the crap out of Oklahoma.
Dun 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 dun.
I mean, just beat them like a drum. Spanked them hard, and then Clemson, of course. Clemson won. So now we have Clemson and LSU, the Tigers versus the Tigers.
Rawr.
I mean, once again, they all complain about the SEC winning college football, but sorry, do better. I mean, I hate to tell you, do better. Get better recruiting. I do think Clemson will give LSU a good time. So, but anyway,
I don't know football. I don't do the ball of sports and sports of balls and
the ball of sports.
Ball of sports. The sports with balls. Sports with balls.
Sports with balls.
Sports with balls. It is
balls
like,
with sports.
It is about 70 degrees down here in Georgia, and it's almost January. What the hell?
Yeah, it's like 50 here, so.
Just what the heck? Really? Seriously?
I mean, it was, 30-something for Halloween?
Yeah, right? We have had no snow, so I'm just curious what's going to happen in February,
Ice storm.
We're going to be so
I mean, get ready because when we get really hot, and I say hot, I mean Christmas Eve Day, it was 74 here. So yeah, we're gonna have an ice storm, folks, here in the South. Get ready. The Connecticut confetti, the devil's dandruff is upon us. By God, go to the liquor store and get your guns. I had to shoot my neighbor and eat him because we couldn't get out to the store for the past 6 hours.
Bread and milk. Get the bread and milk.
Gotta get the bread and milk. Bread and milk.
Bread and milk.
Fuck that. Get coffee and booze.
That's what I'm talking about.
Coffee, booze, and toilet paper. I'm happy.
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky time.
Beef jerky. That's all you need is beef jerky. Maybe some Szechuan sauce. Go to McDonald's and get some Szechuan sauce.
Get that nugget sauce, Morty.
Chris, chicken nuggies. Chicken nuggies, Chris.
And chalky milk.
And chicken nuggies.
Chalky milk and chicken nuggies. All you want to do is just cuddle that little thing,
Just great. Oh, we got for Christmas, the Hub's got a 3D printer.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. And so he's going to print me a Baby Yoda.
Ooh.
I'm so excited. And I'm getting the one that has where he's standing there holding the cup. So I can put stuff in the cup and Baby Yoda can hold my cup. I know, I'm a dork.
No, there is no dork. I laugh every time I see the little video clip of Baby Yoda touching things.
Oh, where he's like blowing shit up?
He's flipping the switch in the ships.
He's like, don't touch that. What's really funny, okay, so the guy who's playing the Mandalorian, the Oberon dude, He's doing a great job. First of all,
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. I love the sound of his voice, and they when they digitize it for the helmet, it just sounds even better. Like, it's just great. And so he's sitting there, and how much of you've only seen a piece of it, right?
I've only seen just a little bit of it. I haven't seen a whole lot.
Oh my god! So he's sitting there in the cockpit and he's moving him. You've seen this video, obviously, or the GIF of it, where he's picking him up and he's like, "Don't touch that," and he puts him somewhere else, and he reaches up and he touches something else, and he's like, "Don't touch that."
Right.
So later on, a couple episodes later, it's on autopilot, and Mando's down in the ship dealing with some stuff, and apparently the baby doesn't want them to go wherever they're going. So out of nowhere, the ship just starts freaking out, and it turns out that he had gone into the cockpit and flicked switches. And he's like a kid. He goes there, he's like, don't touch that, stop touching that, stop it, leave it alone. And it got to the point where after a while, because the baby kept wanting to play with this silver orb that screwed on to one of the levers, he just unscrews it and hands it to him. He's like, here. just like a mom handing the keys to the baby. Here, just play with them. God, just play with them.
Here, it'll be okay.
Just play with them. So yeah, good stuff. It's good stuff.
Well, goodbye 2019.
Goodbye 2019.
Hello 2020.
Hello 2020. I'm excited because there's some dates that are going to come up, like 2020. And I'm like, ooh, that's going to be fun. Like,
well,
what's gonna happen
this year, every holiday falls on a weekend, too.
Does it really? That's awesome.
This coming year. Halloween is on a Saturday. Valentine's Day is on a Friday. Christmas is on a weekend. New Year's is on a weekend.
So
even better.
Is that bad, or is it? I mean, because if it's on the weekend, then you don't miss any work.
No, it's even better. It's like Friday or so.
Oh yeah, true.
But think about it. They got to give you some day off for having it because it's on the weekend. Right.
Yeah. Okay. True. Very true.
Observed. Holiday observed.
Observed. So yeah, good stuff. 2020 is going to bring in some good stuff. 2020.
So, what do we have to look forward to in 2020, Rachel? Is there anything new on the horizon for?
Well. So one of the reasons, I've got a little news.
Oh.
So one of the reasons that it's taking so long for us to get a podcast out is I borked my system.
Go on.
I was updating a game software, and apparently I clicked something that I shouldn't have clicked, and it deleted some really important crap off of my system. My brand new pretty system. And
what did we learn?
Well, we learned not to push too many buttons at one time. Even if it's a great system, it can't process certain things. And always have a backup. So I've started to do constant system backups and cloud backups and hard drive backups. And I have an external hard drive, et cetera, et cetera. Well, so I may or may not have some of our old DUH files. So as a result, for 2020, the Department of Understanding Humans is going to have a new sound. We're going to have a new intro. We're going to have a new outro. We're going to have new sound bites. My microphone is dead, so I sound different now because I'm on a headset. It's all new. We're doing new recording software. It's going to be edited.
So basically what Rachel's telling you is, during this holiday break, somebody that does voiceover work and edits stuff and does all that together is going to have to come up with new intro, new outro.
I can do it. I can absolutely do it. I mean, but, so it's...
Okay, let's just slow your roll here a second, sweetheart. Slow down. I know you came up with this idea, and I'm just along for the ride, but let's go back and see what we've been doing with you and the computer system thus far. Why don't we just go ahead and let me take the wheel? It's okay. Here, play with this a while. The keys are jingling. Go ahead. And
did you just Mando the Baby Yoda on me?
I just Mandoed you. We got mansplaining now. Now with the Mandalorian, I just Mandoed you.
You just Mandoed me.
Stop cooking pigs. Don't touch that.
Do not touch that.
By the way, movie I'm waiting to see is, and we'll end this. End it on this note here, since I was teasing Rachel a little bit about the technological features. Go see Wonder Woman 1984.
Is that out in theaters now?
No, not yet. It comes out this spring.
Okay, but when it comes out,
it looks fantastic.
Nice.
WW, and the title is just basically WW84.
Yeah.
Okay, and you get to see Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian, Prince Oberon, as villainous Max Lord.
Ooh.
He's like a Lex Luthor type kind of guy.
Nice. I like Pedro Pascal.
I like him too. I think he's a good actor. I think he's sorely underrated.
I'm excited to see him in stuff. And there is a scene where the Mandalorian is so injured that he has to have his helmet removed. So you actually do get to see his face for a minute.
But the code of the Mandalorians, you will not remove your helmet for anything. But he removes his helmet for IG-88.
Right, but it's because the code is no living thing. And IG-88 has the point of that he's not a living thing.
Not a living thing.
So there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, I think this is a perfect note to end our podcast on. Goodbye, 2019. Sorry we don't have any stuff saved from previous podcasts, but you can go and listen to us on iTunes, Podbean,
at the website,
Google Play, our website. We're on a whole lot of forums.
Wherever you find your podcast, you will find Duh.
And I don't know, should we go to Twitch? Should we?
Maybe
I'm kind of anti-Twitch.
Well, I don't know. With all the stuff going on
with
YouTube,
Twitch.
We didn't have good luck with Twitch, but with everything that's going on with YouTube, with our stuff is on YouTube. It does automatically go there with a static page. But I don't know that we're going to keep doing that on YouTube. I think we're going to make some changes in 2020 and buckle down a little bit on a few things. So I am conceding to the fact that there are some things that I don't do because I haven't done them, but that I should do. So there's going to be some changes. Some of it's going to be kind of behind the house, and you're not going to really see it. But then there's going to be some things that you're going to witness, and we're not changing our format. We're not changing like who we are and what we stand for and things like that. But we will change a few things. We're going to tweak like we do every year. We tweak and learn and evolve. So 2020 will be a good evolution for Duh. I predict.
Yes, indeedy. We will be bigger, stronger, faster, better than before.
But we don't have all that money.
We have exactly, hang on, $6.83. We'll be the $6.83 podcast.
So $6 million.
And on that note, we just broke Rachel.
I have a perfect idea now for an opening. We'll discuss. You guys have a great New Year's. Be safe, be responsible, don't drink and drive. Love one another. If you haven't told somebody lately that you appreciate them and that you love them, do so before the clock strikes midnight on 2019.
And since it is still technically the Christmas season, be like Scrooge. Keep Christmas in your heart. Year-round.
All year round. Be like Scrooge. I was going to go somewhere else with that, but okay.
Hey.
Since it
just
is still,
when you think you have the answer, I change the question.
Just when you think. So because it is still the holiday season, happy Merry Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas Eve.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Say that, Chris.
No, I celebrate Festivus. Thank you. There will be feats of strength later.
Man,
we will air grievances.
Bros.
All right. Bye, everybody.
See you guys later.
Thanks for joining us here at the Department of Understanding Humans, also known as DUH. Just remember, this is our circus. These are our monkeys. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social media outlets. You can find all of our podcasting streams and feeds at our website at www.dawebsite.com. That's D.U.H website.com. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great day.